Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the first episode of Fionna and Cake's spin-off show from Adventure Time. I saw in the trailer, and I reacted to it. It's on YouTube. Simon, Fionna, Cake. I saw Prismo. I know we saw others. Didn't we see some lemon grabs and stuff? I just got back from Dragon Con. That is why there was a delay on the last episode of Adventure Time. I'm doing the last episode of Adventure Time review, which we've been doing each week. And this I'm doing the same day, and I'm editing all three up. So we're going to get, I think it's episode 3 of season 7, Fionna and Cake episode 1, and the review of season 7, episode 3. Did I say that right the first time? Either way, what I've been doing, if you guys have not watched my Adventure Time reactions recently, we have reacted to every episode of Adventure Time since season 1, episode 1. We just started season 7 a couple weeks ago, and I said I'm so loving the show and waiting for a moment where everything starts coming together. And it couldn't have been a better time because we just hit season 7. Fionna and Cake coincidentally dropped. They're getting 2 episodes a week, up to like 8 to 10 episodes. I didn't exactly look, but there are already 4 episodes out as of this morning. 2 more dropped. So I'm going to do this one, edit it up, and then run through episode 2, 3, and 4, all roughly about 25 to 30 minutes in length. And then I'll edit all those up. I'll probably drop 1 a week or 2 a week, but Patreon gets them in full immediately. So I would say by this weekend, all 4 episodes will be up in full over there. YouTube's got to get them edited. I'm only going to throw them up like 1 a week at this point, even though 2 drop a week because I just have too many other shows. Justified, City Primeval just ended. I got to edit that up. I just watched that. Adventure Time, if you're a fan of Adventure Time, that's all we do here for the last 5 years. I'm pretty sure it was like the 2nd show I ever did. We even had ViewMasters Reactions, Adventure Time shirts and everything. They're still over on the merch shop if you go look. But either way, I don't really know what to expect in this, like what time frame we're dealing with or how it all incorporates. I know Fionna and Cake. We know Fionna and Cake. And I see Simon is Simon. And Prismo was in it. I also read an article. I found out Kumail Nanjiani is not voicing Prismo. And there's this whole thing going on where the people who created it were like, we wanted him to do it. And his reps said no. And Kumail Nanjiani's like, no, I didn't. I would have done it for free. I loved it so much. It was one of my favorite characters I've ever done. So I don't know what the deal with all that is. But for some reason, Prismo isn't voiced by Kumail Nanjiani. I hope it's somebody close because I love Prismo and I feel like it wouldn't be quite the same. But let's just jump in. Like I said, I really don't know. I didn't research much. All I saw was the trailer. And there were definitely other people thrown in. Peppermint Butler? Didn't we see Peppermint Butler maybe? Either way, you want to see more of what I do, in the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see all of these in full unedited. Every single episode of Adventure Time, we are already done in full over on Patreon. We were doing 2 episodes a week on Patreon and 1 a week on YouTube. All of Distant Lands, Infinity Train, Legend of Korra, Avatar, My Hero Academia, hundreds of movies and shows over there. If not, we're jumping in. Season 1, Episode 1, Fionna and Cake. We're right in.
Hold on, citizens! Fionna and Cake to the rescue.
Fionna and Cake to the rescue.
You have a bus to catch.
Is the wheel part of its body? I feel like those things are going to be like javelined into the ground. What is... Freeze it.
Ice Prince.
Ice Prince.
The ice won't hold him for long.
What is the deal with this thing?
Good job, Cake.
Back at you, sis.
Will you join me on my magical adventures?
Sure thing, bro.
Sure thing,
Tell
bro.
me.
Alarm clock, she's dreaming. I love it. I was going to say, that was my guess, because it was too crazy. Alright, explanation. BMO! It was a BMO voice. Fionna. Old Super Nintendo remote? You guys are disgusting! Fionna Campbell. We're getting a lot of information in this theme song. Swamp Camp 2. Yeah, she is a pig. My God. I want to hear BMO again. Why didn't I get to hear BMO? We actually have cheers in the world?
Sammy.
Cheers is filmed before a live. Cheers is filmed before. Cheers is.
So that just made Cheers in our world canon.
It's the third night in a row I've dreamed about a mysterious ice prince.
So we're gonna make it like Fiona lives in our world?
Food?
Fiona is such a pig. Look at her apartment. I don't know if I've ever had anybody in my life be that messy.
You haven't really eaten in like 3 days.
You haven't
How about
eaten?
tuna sandwich? It's your favorite. My uniform! Stop acting crazy! We're going to the vet today, but they only had a lunchtime opening. So guess you're coming to work with me, pal.
That guy was dressed like Abracadaniel.
My name is Fionna Campbell, and I will be your guide today.
I live in the graveyard.
Starchy.
Next to the graveyard.
That's a Starchy. Is everyone
On our left,
representing
we have our
somebody?
oldest building, the city post office.
That's kind of like a Marceline.
Marshall Lee, everybody. World's best unknown musician.
Gunther's. And a giant.
I dream a lot about being a hot dog.
I dream about being a banana.
Mine's too messed up to even talk about.
We all have weird food dreams, okay? But my dream is special.
Skating rink. Something about the ice. Cake's gonna bust this joint.
I've gotten several complaints about your tours, so I went undercover like a true boss.
Cake's a good kitty.
He didn't pay.
Oh, what's the big deal?
You're fired.
What?
Just bring it back later, if you want your deposit back.
Not for nothing.
Cake, this is like my 5th job this year. All the jobs suck in this stupid city.
Lemon hoe.
Where to go?
Hey, that was an impressive display of some real aggressive jerkiness.
Was that rattleballs kind of things? I don't know. There's so many things happening.
Latte coming up.
Just kidding. They're over me.
Is Cake like the gateway into another dimension?
Mouse!
And that's like the mouse? That's Peppermint Butler.
Another one of your frilly abominations, eh? This is Butler's buttery buns.
Maybe raspberry was the wrong choice.
Gary,
I think it's
you should
lovely.
just quit.
Don't you have a vet appointment right now?
Fiona needs to get herself organized.
I want notes!
No way I get that deposit back now.
Wait, did you quit your job? Vets are like a total scam. My buddy Ellis can fix you up, and he'd only charge you like a couple of these.
Let's see what this magic man's got to offer. This is almost over, this episode. We got a couple minutes left. I'm loving it. It's great. Nothing like I thought, to tell you
I
the
die out
truth.
here, no one's ever gonna find my corpse.
I mean, no harm. I'm just planting some weeds back here.
Look at the eyes. Oh, I can't remember his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about.
In here, these guys are chill and harmonious.
I used to love those when I was a little kid. There was tons around our house.
Can you help my cat or what?
My name is Hunter.
God damn it.
Wasn't even the right
Looking
person.
for Ellis?
I just assumed it was as well.
One for Bruno, one for
LSP.
Stanley.
Oh my god, it's LSP. Alice might be a favorite.
That's LSP.
Alice.
Aren't we all?
That's
You guys are so lucky to
genius.
roll with me.
LSP.
Excuse me?
Ah, stranger! Oh my gosh, bad food.
Bagged food.
Open your mind.
Maybe she feels trapped in my crummy
The
little
music is
apartment.
great.
What if she's just bored with everything and wishes the world was more magical?
Cake! Come back!
I command you to sit!
Oh my god, they're lemon grabs. What is happening? What? You can't end it on that. All right, guys, that's it for season 1, episode 1 of Fionna and Cake. I was wondering at this point if we were going to get answers because we were getting very short on time. Cake runs off and jumps into an ice cream cart in the park, and it looked like it sent Cake into a portal. It was always based off of freezers and ice, though. So, I don't know. In the beginning, Cake clearly had something wrong. Well, let's go right back to the very beginning. Wait, there's something else I wanted to say before. Either way, let's go back to the very beginning. We get Fionna and Cake in a dream. I'm thinking, holy crap, this really jumped into insanity. There's a giant rat bus. I was thinking the wheels had to be part of the rat bus's body, right? So when you pop the wheel, that seemed extremely painful, but the rat didn't seem to mind. But all of this doesn't matter because it's all in the mind of Fionna. So Fionna then wakes up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but granted, I watched Adventure Time for the first time 2.5 years ago. I finished it. So I might forget specifics, but I never remember Fionna and Cake being part of what seemed like our world. It almost seemed like they were straight up throwing it in our face, like, just so you know, this is your world, because Cheers was on TV. I've never seen a connection on that level with our real world, like us. But it's probably like an alternate universe, kind of like ours, because there looked like there was a statue of Betty in the park with fountains and stuff. And everybody in this world has some similarity to somebody in Adventure Time. Now, is it that they're all similar to somebody in Adventure Time for us, like for fanfare? Like, oh, isn't that cool? Everyone has some sort of connection. Or is it like on the bus when some of the people were like, I remember being a banana and I have a dream of being a hot dog, and not remember, but remembering dreams of weird things, and they're all food and other weird things. There was a Starchy on the bus. There was an abracadabra looking person. We see lemon grab people all over. There was so many different things. Ellis was amazing. That might be the best play on words yet, and I am disappointed in myself for not figuring it out. LSP. Ellis is his name. He is gigantic and purple, and all of them have the voices of the characters. Bimo was the clock, which was fitting because Bimo was an electronic component, but we're in like our real world, so to speak. It's Cheers on TV. She wakes up. Here's one thing, and I said it many times. Fionna is a pig, man. One of the messiest people I've ever seen. I feel like I have seen some messy people in my days. And Fionna has crap everywhere, rotting food, clothes all over, isn't doing dishes or laundry, late for her job, missing appointments, getting fired because she lets people on the bus and they don't pay. Like, she's not doing anything right in her life. And I mean, I love her personality-wise. She's great. I think she's a very interesting character, and Fionna's great. But she needs to get her life together. She is to blame for all these mishaps, like running to the vet and then tripping on the suitcase and getting the coffee on yourself. All this is due to the fact that she's so unorganized. And like, I don't know if that's intentional, but the whole time all this is going on, everything related to ice is attracting Cake. And Cake hasn't eaten in 3 days. We're going to the vet. Cake is rolling around in ice cubes. Before we left the apartment, the ice machine let itself off to the point where I'm almost thinking when we get back to our apartment, it's going to be filled with ice, and maybe that's how Fionna gets to wherever Cake just went, because Cake just teleported somewhere. We didn't see exactly how it happened, but it went to black as soon as Cake jumped in, and it was like Bamf. There was definitely like a Bamf-like effect. So Cake teleported somewhere, and everything was sparkling that was ice, and we had the dream of the Ice Prince with the giant Gunther-looking bird, and then Gunther was at the aquarium. Everything is making connections. There was the Cinnabon old lady, Marshall Lee, which some of these people we've seen before in the Fionna and Cake thing. But my whole thing right now is, and I love to theorize, if you guys have never seen my Adventure Time videos, that's one of the biggest things I do is theorize. I'm thinking that either for fan service, they threw all this at us, like the guy that I dreamed I was a banana, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's a way to make a connection to everything Adventure Time, or the fact that Cake just jumped through a portal. I'm thinking these are alternate universes where everyone has like a alter ego or a comparative version of themselves, or something happened in this world that made everybody like our world, but there's something going on behind the scenes. The next episode is called Simon Petrikov, and there's Simon. We already knew he was part of it, and I see Fionna as Fionna and Cake talking right there. Like, look, there's Cake. I mean, it's got to happen, but why and how is it all going to connect? I mean, it doesn't need to, but I honestly got to say, I didn't know what to expect jumping in, and I really enjoy the way they're handling it. I didn't think that was even an option where it'd be like a Fionna and a Cake, where a Cake is just a cat and Fionna is just a person living a life in what seems like our world. I feel like the only reason they threw in the Cheers thing was to show us this is how like our world it is. But I love it. I love that aspect. And now next episode, we're probably going to get something about Simon, and then maybe episode 3 connects it. I bet you since it's dropped in 2-episode bundles, that at the end of 2, they kind of explain it further. So there was like not a lot of time that went by before we got episode 3 and 4. But I'm going to do all 3 in a row when I get back from work. I just got to go to work. I'm going to come back, do the other 3, edit this up. But if you're seeing this on YouTube, odds are we are probably done in full with all 4 episodes already. 2 episodes a week, up to 8 to 10 episodes, I feel like. But great start. You guys let me know what you think. You want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full, all of Adventure Time, Distant Lands, Infinity Train, My Little Pony. We're doing Steven Universe right now. Just started season 2 of that. Hundreds of movies and shows, Legend of Korra, Avatar. Check it out in the description. The link for Patreon, full unedited of everything. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.